因為由細到大都好中意即係 performance 咁樣。
咁你有冇跳舞啊嗰啲？有嘅。
我一陣間完咗啲 interview 就去唱歌。
哦哇！咁你邊有時間做功課啊？
揾時間。
Okay, ladies.
Okay.
Shall we begin?
Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, my name is Shannon. I'm really excited to interview Ms. Sonia Cheng later because I've always heard of her as a CEO of the Rosewood Hotel Group and also as Vice Chairman of Chow Fook. As the CEO of the Rosewood Hotel Group, what inspired your passion to join this hospitality industry?
Yeah, so since growing up, I always loved traveling. My parents always take me traveling around the world. I have this sense of curiosity, trying to understanding different countries, the history, the culture. So I guess it's in my blood as well. And I also like the people aspect of hospitality. I feel that you really have to invest your time and to build relationships. Those relationships are so important and valuable in creating a brand and making a brand successful.
You grew up in one of Hong Kong's most wealthy families and with roots inside like jewelry and real estate. I'm really interested to know, how did you find growing up in this environment with these people as role models?
I think actually very lucky. First of all, I have the privilege to have these role models in my life. My grandfather and my father are both visionaries in business. They were the first kind of pioneer in luxury hotels in Hong Kong and China. And they built a business, a very successful business with humility. That's also the other side where I really respect and learn from. And also, I'm the only girl in the family with 3 other brothers, and my parents never treated me differently and really encouraged me to pursue what I want to do and pursue my dream. So I could say that I call myself very lucky.
You received a higher education in Harvard University in the USA, so how did your time in America shape your perspective now?
So I had a really good time at Harvard. I studied applied math and economics. And you may think, okay, that has nothing to do with hospitality. But in fact, I really liked mathematics when I was young. I feel that I'm always solving a puzzle in mathematics, and when you find a solution, that gratification is kind of, you can't describe it.
I also really like mathematics because I just took an additional mathematics class earlier today, and I also think that like solving the problems and the questions is very interesting for me.
In fact, right now when I study math with my kids, for some reason I actually enjoy the process. So I'm going back to grade 3 math. And grade 3 math, grade 4 math, Chinese math, and it's actually quite fun to actually go and solve those problems again.
Because sometimes my brother comes up and asks me math questions, and I also really like just discussing the math problem with him. Yeah. What do you think sets Rosewood Hotels apart from other luxury hotels, and how do you plan on continuing to innovate and staying ahead of other competition in the hospitality industry?
So Rosewood is a very special brand because it's a collection of very beautiful properties around the world. Every time we open a new hotel, it's really carefully curated. We spend a lot of time understanding that local market, the consumers, and the local community, and how do we bring that to life through the experience in the hotel. And I think there's a common thread throughout Rosewood is, even though the design and experience in every location is different, for some reason when you go into each Rosewood, you know it's a Rosewood. It's through the service, it's through the experience, it's through really small touches and the details at each hotel.
With the implementation of the Greater Bay Area policy, what do you think Hong Kong's prospect is from the perspective of hospitality and tourism? And how do you think Rosewood Hotel Group is positioning itself to take advantage of this new opportunity?
I honestly don't think there's any city in the world that's like Hong Kong. It's a great, shopping destination, but it has art, it has culture, it has amazing hiking trails, for example. So I think there's a lot of opportunity to work with the GBA to showcase these beauty and these gems to people in the GBA and the tourists in GBA. Rosewood has hotels in Guangzhou, we're building in Shenzhen, for example. So there's a lot of opportunity to partner with and connect with these hotels. So with Rosewood Hong Kong, building programs that could connect the dots, basically, and giving a much more holistic experience for our tourists and travelers between Hong Kong and GBA.
How do you balance all of these different aspects of your life while still keeping your personal interests?
I guess my personal interest is my job. In a way, it's my calling. My passion is transforming brands. It started with Rosewood, and then now with Chow Fook, this legendary gem in Hong Kong and China, close to 100-year-old. How do we help transform this brand so that it remains relevant and remains the leading jewelry brand for the next generations to come, and honestly a privilege to carry on the legacy that my grandfather and father is passing on to this generation. So this is a book about my grandfather. It's about his legacy, how he started, how the challenges that he went through, and then more importantly is how he treat people.
What has it been like for you as a female, as a CEO of a hospitality leader?
I never really think of myself based on gender. So I think when I enter into a new business, I basically go in without hesitation. So I think it's about that courage and being confident that you are just as smart and just as capable, and not being held back because you're a female or not a female.
What's your impression about Shannon, our jewelry?
Sorry?
What's your impression about Shannon?
She's very impressive, very calm, very confident. You can see her passion through her eyes. I have a 10-year-old, and when I looked at her, I said to myself, if my daughter, when she's 14 and she's like Shannon, I'll be very happy.
I feel really comfortable around her, and I also think that she seems really passionate about the things that she does, because like in the interview when she's talking about her work, her eyes sort of light up. I think the difference between us is that maybe I'm not as confident as she is, and I think that this gap is something that I also want to across as I grow older, because I think it will help me in my future endeavors in different industries. And I also think that she seems to be a good person in leadership, and I also want to learn that from her, because I wish to take on different leadership roles in different industries when I grow up.
There are going to be challenges in life, right? Nothing will always be smooth sailing, but those are amazing experiences and life lessons that will be irreplaceable in the future. And when you look back, you would actually be very glad that you had those experiences, even if it's challenging. So I would say, be courageous, be brave, and really pursue your passion and your dreams.